So if you want to do a 6-speed swap on your older Mercedes, you might want to consider which linkage you get. So I have a 716-663 gearbox, which is out of a C280 compressor, 2000 or 99 model year. And these come with these linkage plus cable type shift linkages. The only problem with that is there are so few cars, so few CLKs which came with a 6-speed manual, so you have a hard time trying to get rid of trying to get one of these linkages. So I got a linkage out of a W203, so 2002 or something like that, C-Class. I think it was a 270 CDI with the 6-speed, and it was clearly too long. So I cut out, I don't know, 10 centimeters here and made these two shitty looking brackets and made it fit. I also shortened this linkage here. The problem with this linkage is, as you can see here, there's a pan for a ball joint. So the side-to-side movement from the linkage to the gearbox is limited by this ball joint. Instead of that, for the side-to-side movement, for the shifting linkage inside the gearbox, there's this cable. And this cable goes with the shift rod. So you tilt this and this cable goes out and in, and there's another linkage which then swivels the input linkage to the transmission. And the problem with that is, so this is a push-pull type cable, and you can see here, I mean, it worked, but here it's welded. So I shortened it here. I took out the same amount of length as I did here and re-welded it. The problem with this is, if you weld a steel cable, you're gonna have a bad time. So this broke twice or 3 times, I think, which leaves you with only 3rd and 4th gear, and that is not so cool. So later on I bought a used shift linkage out of a W204 with a 6-speed. So this is from 2008 car, I think, with also those 766 transmission, but it's a newer version with a different bell housing, and it also comes with a linkage that is much like on a BMW. So 6-speed, but you have to push it far left to get in reverse, or far right. I don't know where the reverse is actually on this car, and I didn't think about it when I put this in, but originally this car does not have, so the W204 does not have a reverse lockout, and this is not a problem on the newer 766 transmission, because there's a different type of ratcheting or a bigger spring or something in the reverse gear, so it's not so easy to accidentally put in reverse, because it's on the same level for gears on the linkage. But on the older transmissions, you have this lockout here where this rod comes from that moves up and down. You have this, so there's a reverse lockout on this older style linkage. And I had the problem with that linkage without the reverse lockout I made now, that I would accidentally, not so much on the upshift, so first to second is not a problem, but 3rd to 2nd is a problem, because you're in gear and you pull it down and push it far left and put it in, but if you don't have the lockout, you will struggle to find second gear, and that's a big problem because you can accidentally mid shift in reverse and grind gears very hard. So now finally I have the ultimate solution, so to say. So I chopped off the shifting rod, took out 6 centimeters, took a lot of work to level out where I have to get it, where I have to cut it. Took the reverse lockout mechanism from this shifter, put it on this shifting rod, and then made this weird looking stainless steel bracket which has the half moon on it, and now I have a reverse lockout. So there's first, push it far to the left and forward, second, third, and so on. And for the reverse gear, it can't go in the reverse gear anymore without pulling the rod. So you pull it, go far left and backwards. There's your reverse lockout. I'm happy I did this. It took a long time for what it is. I mean, it's just a bracket and a shortened rod, but I'm happy that it's finally working that way. So I eliminated this cable contraption, and yeah, hopefully this will last, but I don't see why it wouldn't. You can also see here my beautiful cut hole in the trans tunnel. Yeah, but I still have the original mounting spots, so if I wanted to I could swap the 5-speed back in. And over the top there goes this cover, and shift boot and everything works off of the C-class of the W202, which was in here before.